Very good morning, children. Yesterday we have discussed about the internal structure of the heart, in that about the four chambers and about the walls and about the blood vessels we have discussed. Today we are going to see about the functions of the blood vessels and how the circulation taking place in the heart and how the pumping taking place we are going to see now. So blood vessels, first we are going to select from that how the blood vessels are working. So is there any walls present in the blood vessels that we are going to see? Yes, an Italian doctor, Girolamo Fabrici, studied that the veins are present in the legs which are one way and which are opposite to the gravitational pull. That is, the veins are allowing blood to the heart. Towards the heart, the veins are carrying blood, and the walls present in the veins which are folded towards the walls of the vessel, so that the blood could pass without trouble in one direction, and coming to the opposite direction the walls closed. So due to the gravitational pull, the walls closed at that time and the blood flows only in the upward direction, while the legs of the person, that means the walls present in the leg veins are one way walls, means here the walls permitted blood move even when a person is standing position, upright position, but if he is moving his legs, just tightens his leg muscles, those muscles squeeze the veins, that means the blood flows forcibly, but not. That means when a person stand upright position, the blood flows against the pull of gravity, but not in the pull of gravity, against the pull of gravity, that is in the upward direction. The person standing relaxed, the person is in relaxed position, the force is slowly moves upward, but not in the pull of gravity, but not downward direction. So that means the walls present in the veins are one-way walls which allow blood towards the heart, not in the opposite direction. I think you got this point. So the person keep his leg muscles relaxed, the blood is not moving much strong, much speedily, but it is not pulled down by gravity. I think you got this point, children. The walls are present only in the veins. There is no need of walls present in the arteries, because there is a much pressure in one direction only for the case of arteries. In the case of arteries, there is a much pressure in one way direction only, no need of walls. In the case of veins only, we have a force, we have a pressure needed by the veins, because veins are less rigid than arteries, and there is a gravitational force of attraction in the downward direction. Upward direction, we need a valve to control only one way flow to the heart. That's why the walls are present in the veins only, not in the case of arteries. There is no valve in the arteries. There are no valves in the arteries. Only in the veins the walls are present. Legs, veins. Yes, in the case of limbs to the heart, in the lower parts of the body to the heart, the veins are having walls. And also we have discussed yesterday, children, there are three types of valves. Yes, three types: bicuspid valve, tricuspid valve, and semilunar valve. Under semilunar valves, again two types are there. Two valves are there. There are two types of valves present in the semilunar valve. Those are aortic semilunar valve and pulmonary valve. Aorta. Yes, aorta semilunar, aortic semilunar valve and pulmonary valve. So which separates aortic semilunar valve separates left ventricle, left side of the heart, this side. So left ventricle opening from the aorta, left ventricle opening from the aorta. Yes, and coming to the pulmonary valve, it is between right ventricle and pulmonary artery, between right ventricle and pulmonary artery. So I already said you, the semilunar valves are mainly useful for double circulation, because here the blood from right ventricle to the pulmonary arteries, for that we needed pulmonary valve at that time. And while coming to the blood from left ventricle to the aorta, at that time aortic semilunar valve is useful. So let us see, children. First I am taking bicuspid valve. So 4 types of valve we are discussing: bicuspid, tricuspid, and under semilunar valve we have 2. That is aortic valve and pulmonary valve. I already told you this semilunar valve is useful for double circulation, because here pulmonary parts are involved. How the blood passing from ventricle to pulmonary parts, right ventricle to pulmonary artery. So for that pulmonary valve is useful. And while the blood from left ventricle to the aorta and arteries, so their aortic valve are useful. So here aortic valve is useful for blood away from the heart, and that pulmonary valve is useful for blood which is passing to the lungs through arteries. So when that time from right ventricle to the pulmonary arteries, the valve present between right ventricle and pulmonary arteries is called as aortic valve, and the valve between left ventricle and the arteries and aorta is called as aortic valve. I think you understood. About this semilunar valve which present in double circulation, which is useful for double circulation. I think you got this. And coming to the bicuspid valve, children, it contains 2 leaflets or 2 cusps. See, 2 leaflets are 2 cusps. That's why it is called as bicuspid valve. And the another name for this is mitral valve. Why this name means? Because of the heart shape. The name came from heart shape. It is one of the left side of the heart. Yes, it is present in the left side, and which allows blood from left atrium to the left ventricle one way, and which prevents backflow. There is no backflow from left ventricle to the left atrium. This is one-way valve. I think you got this. And coming to the tricuspid valve, which is present right side to the heart, and which is in between the right atrium and right ventricle, and 3 leaflets are present. That's why this is called as tricuspid valve, and which allows blood from right atrium to the right ventricle, and there is no backflow, and which prevents backflow. So this valve is also one way. I think you got all the valves are one way only, but the function is different for each and every valve. 3 types of valve, or else 4 valves. And semilunar valve, coming to the semilunar valve in the pulmonary artery. So pulmonary valve is there, aortic valve is there, I already told you. And which are the arteries leaving the heart? Aortic is left side of the heart, and pulmonary valve is right side of the heart under the semilunar valve. And I already told you the semilunar valve act to prevent backflow of blood from arteries to the ventricles. Arteries to the ventricle, not atriums to the ventricle. So arteries are the blood vessels, I told you. From the blood vessels to the ventricles, there is no backflow. So semilunar valves are also one way during the ventricular diastole. So there is much more importance for these 4 types of valves. I think you got clear functions about all the valves, clear information about the functions of all the 4 valves. You got an idea, I think. And while coming to the blood vessels, arteries are more rigid, veins are less rigid, and arteries are having more pressure than veins. And veins are having valves. There is no valve presence for arteries. Arteries are not having any walls. Veins are having walls, one-way walls. And veins are less rigid. And arteries are thick-walled. And ventricles are thick-walled. I think you got these all points about this structure of the heart and functions of the walls and veins. So next we are going to see about how the blood circulation taking place. How the blood enters into the heart and how it goes to the pulmonary parts, and again how it comes to the heart, and again how it will leave from the heart and how it reaches to the remaining body parts. So is there any experimental idea before this? How the scientists are come to and understand about this, that we will go through with further now. See children, the blood circulation we are going to see now. The blood enters from inferior vena cava to the heart. That first enters into the right ventricle from superior vena cava. Yes, and the another one is the blood which enters from the upper parts of the body, like head and left arm to the superior vena cava, then right atrium. So two types of entrance for the blood towards heart. Superior vena cava towards heart from upper parts, and the inferior vena cava towards heart from lower parts. Two types we have. So first I am selecting from right ventricle, the blood which enters from inferior vena cava to right ventricle, which again goes through pulmonary valve from right ventricle to the pulmonary valve, which allows blood in the upward direction one way to the both of the arteries to the lungs, right pulmonary artery and left pulmonary artery. Both sides the blood enters from right ventricle. Then it will enters into the lungs and this is deoxygenated. Then it is oxygenated and through both the veins it reaches to the left atrium. The left atrium to the bicuspid valve allows bicuspid valve allows it into the left ventricle. Then left ventricle to the aorta and body parts, which is possible by aortic valve, which present in semilunar valve here. So I think you got all the valves are involved here. First, here we used, there is no use for tricuspid valve from lower parts. So here bicuspid valve is useful. While the oxygenated blood enters into the left atrium, and then bicuspid valve is useful for allowing it to the left atrium. And here prevention of backflow. There is no backflow from left ventricle to the left atrium. Then the blood enters through this valve. Which valve? Aortic valve to the all body parts. So three valves involved here. And what is the use of tricuspid valve? While the blood enters from superior vena cava to the right atrium, then tricuspid valve allows it to the right ventricle. Here tricuspid valve useful. Then from right ventricle to the again pulmonary arteries through pulmonary valve, and again the blood enters through veins to the left atrium, and bicuspid valve is useful here. Then that aortic valve allows it to the head and remaining parts. I think you got this. So all the valves are involved, how the blood circulation taking place. First I am selecting lower body parts to the blood from lower body parts to the right ventricle. Then it enters into the arteries to the lungs, and veins from the lungs to the left atrium, and then left ventricle, it enters into the left ventricle, and then aorta, through aorta, and then body parts. Here the valve involves lower body parts to the right ventricle. Which valve involved here? Here the valve involved in between this valve. Which valve? Pulmonary valve. Here involved. And from veins from the lungs, then left atrium. Here one more valve. Bicuspid valve involved here. So which allows it. So like that. And then left ventricle to the aorta. Here one more valve involved, aortic valve. Aortic valve. So 3 valves involved. And the blood from left arm to the right atrium. So here valve involved. Tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve involved, children. And then the blood from right ventricle to the pulmonary arteries. Here which valve? Pulmonary valve. Pulmonary valve involved. So semilunar valve is the combination of 2 valves, that is pulmonary valve and aortic valve. I think you got this. And then pulmonary arteries to lungs it will enters. Then afterwards oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins, left atrium. It reaches left atrium. Here one more valve involved, that is bicuspid valve. Yes, bicuspid valve involved. And again left ventricle to the head and the other parts. Here again last one, aortic valve involved again. Aortic valve. Like this, double circulation taking place. The circulation of the heart, blood circulation from the heart, pumping of the heart like this only. Lower body parts to the heart and again reaches to the body parts. Upper body parts to the heart and again reaches to the body parts. And 2 times the blood is visiting into the heart and again pumping through arteries. So likewise it is double circulation taking place in mammal's body. Yes, 4 chambers are there, 4 types of valves, 4 valves, 3 types, 4 valves. And the blood, different types of blood vessels we have discussed. Yes, I think you got clear idea about this circulation also. And while coming to the, and we know that here all the blood which reaches to the left ventricle always away from the heart. Yes, it is clear, I think. And while coming to the scientist, so in 1 hour he found that, which one? Harvey found that in 1 hour the heart pumped out the quantity of blood that was 3 times the weight of the man. That is the assumption. He could not get clear idea about this and he failed in that manner, and he has still a problem. How it is possible? 3 times the weight of the man in 1 hour. So he measured that much blood the heart pumped in one contraction, and also counted the number of contractions. So it is impossible. And then afterward Malpighi studied the wings of the bat, and afterwards he concluded that smallest arteries and veins were connected by very fine blood vessels, and the blood is circulated back again and again, not all over the body. Blood is circulated back again and again, oxygenated and deoxygenated likewise. So teeny blood vessels are connected to the arteries and veins. Those are called as capillaries. Then afterwards capillaries founded. Yes, capillaries. The idea of circulation, blood was complete. So blood vessels that were invisible with naked eye, those are blood capillaries. And yes, same blood had this one. So the weight of the 3 times the weight of the man. Rather, he could not give any clear information about such rate. It is impossible to flow. Such a rate, it is impossible. 3 times of the weight of the man, it is impossible to flow like that. The same blood had to circulate and be used over and over again. Same blood circulated again and again by oxygenating and deoxygenating. By pumping it is possible. Yes, I think you got clear idea about this. Next we will go through with one experiment. And then afterwards about the arteries, veins and capillaries we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Thank you for nice class with you. Tomorrow we will see further.